Hello, Dr. Katka Novakova here. Today, I want to get a heads up on the end of June and what the month of June has brought us, what it prepared us for, what we have likely experienced, and how to take that and use that going forward into July and into the upcoming 6 months. As we're right in the middle of the year. That's usually a very powerful time for us, especially in a year like 2021, where everything is starting anew. There is this energy of newness. There's also a profound energy of the unknown. There's still a little bit of the chaos of the fear pushing us forward as humanity, and choices being forced on us by higher powers and governments. There's still a little bit of the unsettledness and uncenteredness within. So the invitation going into the month of July is to find deeper connection with our center, with our inner self, with our inner voice, our intuitive voice, the one that knows at any given moment what is best for us. As always, when we do what is best for us, it's best for the humanity as a whole, for every single person in the world. That is the case. When we follow our inner guidance, no matter what it is, it could be so off from what everybody else is telling me I should do. And because there is this profound unknown, there's this energy of not knowing, we are more likely to get from others, you should do this, you should do that. Because oftentimes the mind finds solace in telling others what to do and gathering data off of the internet and off of others. And the more data I have, the more information I have, the better educated I am and the better decision I can make. And the more qualified it makes me to tell others what to do, especially if I'm following the right channels. I'm here to tell you that it's quite the opposite, especially in what the information is out these days, what the data is out these days. There is this underlying efforts put out there to actually keep us confused and keep us disconnected from our inner truth on purpose, every day, bombarding us with new information over and over, with some other studies, with some other data. I don't know if you noticed, but media per se is not the most positive place to be every day. It's quite the opposite. It has the purpose of the media is to keep us in that chaotic energy of the fear and just keep us hooked into it in a way that is easy for us to be influenced and manipulated in that way that serves those higher powers and those kind of regulating the overall say so. But if last year has taught us anything, is that we don't know. We really don't know. I know, but it really knows. And what they may believe they know, it changes the next minute. That's how quickly, it's like a sense, that's how quickly things are changing. So the invitation for next month and the actual next 6 months after that, because we're, the first 6 months are kind of more of a creation. We're putting the seeds into the soil and we're watering them. We're learning, like, how am I going to navigate? And then the second 6 months of the year is we are kind of reaping, enjoying the flowers and then reaping the fruits, yet still tending to the beautiful creations. And the month of July is really a break point where we have started coming out of our cocoons. We have started coming out of our dens. And there's that profound influx of energy from the cosmos, from the earth, from the sun, profoundly, especially from the sun in the month of July. And we are ready to harness this energy. And if you can notice in within, there's this energy. It's like a little fire starting to percolate. It's a little bit of a creative, energetic force that is asking us to pay attention and to feed it and to connect it with our inner wisdom on a daily basis. So because that's happening, and because it's unknown, and because we are not encouraged to tend to that and to honor it and respect it and trust it, quite the opposite actually. We are encouraged to do the opposite. We're disencouraged from being connected. So what that creates, it potentially creates this internal like chaos. Like I know I'm feeling something and the world is telling me something else. I know I'm feeling to be and do certain way and the whole of the world is telling me otherwise. I have always trusted the outside. I've always trusted that. But now there is this force inside me that's waking up that wants me to listen. There's power behind it, but gosh, it's unknown. I don't know if I can trust it, and it sure goes against everything that I have learned, and it goes against a lot of what others tell me. What am I gonna do? I deeply encourage us to listen to that, to follow that. That's what we ask. That's actually the bigger energetic signature of this year is deep internal empowerment. And it's the empowerment that I'm speaking of, this profound power that comes from connection to the truth of who we are. It's the one that's fueled by love and compassion. That one is worth listening to. It will not be encouraged. People may be kind of weary. They may get scared. They may tell us, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Where are you going with this? It's okay. It's okay. Maybe when we are in this profound connected place and we are very much sure of what we want to do and we're very much sure of what the next step is and we see the big picture and we want to shout it off of the rooftops to the world and say, I see it finally and this is it and I'm so connected right now, please listen to me. Maybe we shout it out to ourselves first. Maybe we shout it out to the sun first. Maybe we shout it out to the mountains behind us and we write it down and we enjoy that place of connection and we dance in our living room, on our patio, or we go for a walk early in the morning or late in the evening and we dance on the trail. We not necessarily right away tell other people, necessarily don't blast them off with our profound energy of truth. They'll be like, oh my goodness, they'll think something happened with us. They'll think we're not okay. Maybe we can ease them into it, especially those close to us that are not quite sure yet. And as we do that, as we become stronger and stronger and hold our truth on a daily basis, they'll get used to it, and then we can share. We can share from that profound place of connection. Let's remember that when we share with others, let's bring most of the energy inward and really hold it. Stand strong, both feet on the ground, have the center down in the core of our being. Shoulders back and down, head up and straight. When we're centered in our being and come literally, and remember to come from the heart, from the place of love, it will come out, even though it's powerful, with a little bit more gentleness, where it can navigate the other person, where we know how to guide through their kind of discomfort and unknowingness and some fears. So we kind of bring it in more gently instead of just piercing through. Month of July, because of this inner rising of power that's happening within every single one of us, will be potentially a little bit unsettled in a different way than the month of June. Unsettled in that once again, we're not encouraged as a humanity to honor this and water this and grace this with our beautiful presence. So when it arises, it will be misguided oftentimes as frustration and as worry and as anger. And it may create some chaotic energy. It may create some fights and some discord amongst humans. And it will create some potential discord and in a way a manipulation, or in a way a trying of the media to suppress this rising force a little bit. So it'll be this rising force, and then there will something be coming from the other side telling us the complete opposite and to discourage us from that. And that could create, as I said, lots of anger, frustration, somewhat chaos, and then also within us it could bring rise to a sense of I want to make it right, I want to fight, sense of betrayal. It's like, this is not the truth, here is the truth. And it'll be easy for us to have us be thrown off of our center with that. It's like left and right, left and right. And because of that, it's going to be more important than ever to stay deeply connected, to have practices to come back to our center, especially when we feel ourselves going off. So therefore, we do this on a daily basis. We do that in the good times. We do that when we can feel connected, when we're sitting in nature, when we are with the sun, when we are in a good place with ourselves, when we know how it feels to be centered and we can trust it. We nurture that, we cherish that, and then we remember in those times that we're being pushed off of our center, we remember that will happen, and that's okay, and I'll do what I can and as fast as I can to come back to my center again. That will be the month of July 2021 for us. Let's be excited about that. There's a lot of availability for new creations, for new empowerment, and let's hold that space of this is what's going on. Let's have that grace for other people that is what's going on with them. They may be struggling because they haven't heard that this is what's going on. So they may be struggling and being kind of stuck in between that back and forth energy, that manipulation, and being guided by outside forces into something, and then they're in a rising of their inner voice and not quite sure where to be. It's a beautiful place of grace. Bring grace into our relationship, with the ones we know, even with the ones we're just meeting for the first time. And in general, bringing this grace into the world. On some bigger scale, we are creating, and we are told that we are creating our world as a whole with our energies. So what this is going to be about, the second part of the year, is more about creating the field within and then without. The field of who we are, the field of truth and connection. Just being simply in it, and as we are in it and as we are profoundly connected to it, we're holding that space. It's like the overall vibration of the whole planet is rising, and we're all meeting together. So instead of getting caught in the what is happening and being frustrated about that and losing our cool, let's remember to hold back the truth and the vision of what is available and possible for the whole of humanity. Yes? All right. Thank you so much for your time, and let's have a powerful month of July. Thank you for watching.